To start a new drawing, click this icon, select new, and since I'm using millimeters, I'm going to use AutoCAD 3D template for metric units and click open. And make sure to work on parallel projection. Click the drop down arrow and select parallel. I'm just going to adjust my screen to give space to my reference drawing. So I'm just going to move this one somewhere here. Alright, now bring your drawing to right view. So click this custom view and select right. And start with circle with a diameter of 80 millimeters. So C for circle, enter, click anywhere on the screen, and then type D for diameter option, enter, and enter 80. Another circle, snap the center, type D for diameter option, and enter 70. Another circle, and this one is for the arc, this one here. So C for circle, type D for diameter option, and enter 48. And the last circle is this one, and the diameter is 24. So C for circle, locate center, snap that cross, type D for diameter option, and enter 24. Now I'm gonna draw a keyhole. So I'm just gonna use, so this one here, I'm gonna use line as a guide, and the distance from the center of this circle to the tip or to the midpoint of this line is 15.3. So L for line. From the center, move your cursor upward and enter 15.3. And before you proceed, go down to the status bar and make sure your dynamic input is on, polar tracking, object snap tracking, object snap, and maybe selection cycling. I'm just gonna turn off this grid because it bothers me. So anyway, the distance from here to here is 8. So what I'm gonna do is use offset command. So O for offset, enter, and enter 4. Select the object you want to offset. In this case, this line. Click to the right, click this line, and click here. Now I'm going to draw a line to connect this endpoint and endpoint. And enter. Now trim command, so TR for trim command, enter twice. And just trim this one, and the object. Now, I'm going to start a line from this intersection here up to here, and the distance, I mean the angle from this y-axis to this point is 22.5 because the total here, as shown here, is 45 degrees. So what I'm gonna do is draw a line again from endpoint upward, another line, and draw a line from that intersection. So just move your cursor upward above the x-axis. And since the reading of the angle starts from x-axis, and the total here is 90, so it's going to be 90 minus 22.5. So I'm just going to use the calculator. So it's going to be 67.5 from x-axis. So line, click this intersection, and then bring your cursor upward click the tab key or press the tab key and enter 67.5. Now I'm going to mirror this line. So MI for mirror command, select this line and specify point of mirror line, so it's going to be symmetrical. So use this quadrant here, move your cursor upward and make sure it's straight. Click here and select no. Just going to check if just gonna check the angle here. Yeah, it's 45. All right, so now trim command, so TR for trim command, enter twice and just trim these ones and remove that, remove this one and trim this one and enter. Now join the segments. Oh wait, I have to trim this one at the this one here, trim. Now join the segments by typing J for join command and just window the whole thing. Now this is one object. Now we can extrude this one, but I have to put back the circle because I need that for later, and just snap that in point. Now press the shift key and the wheel of your mouse at the same time to turn this around. So what I'm gonna do is extrude this one for 21 units as shown here. So select the object, go to the ribbon, go to home and select extrude command inside the modeling panel and extrude it forward for 21 units. Now I'm gonna bring this back to front view, no, right view, and array this object. And as you can see here, there are 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. So array polar. So type in array polar, select the object, right click, specify center point of array. So click that plus sign, and it's either you can go to the ribbon and change the number of items here to 4, or you can right click and select items and enter 4 and enter again. All right, I'm gonna explode this one to X for explode. Now it's individual objects. Now shift key again and the wheel of your mouse, and I'm gonna extrude this object here, this one. So the thickness for that is from here to here, looking from side view, is 23 units. So select the object, extrude towards that direction for 23. Now I'm going to move this circle here. So move from center to the face here because I'm going to extrude this one. Oh, it's cut. But anyway, I could always shift right click and locate center. There, snap that plus sign. So I'm just gonna draw a circle again and just snap the quadrant here. Now I'm gonna extrude this circle for, how much was that? Okay, what is the value is 22, this one here. All right, extrude command, select the circle, this one here, enter and enter 22. All right, now I'm gonna union the objects. So inside the solid editing panel, select union command and just window the whole thing. Now it's one object. Now I'm gonna poke a hole, a board through this object. So what I'm gonna do is just use press pull command inside the modeling panel, hover over this area. Once the color turns blue, left click, move it here and left click again. Now I need to poke a hole through this area here, and the distance from the quadrant to the center of the hole or circle is 11 and the diameter is 8. And there are 2 holes as shown here, and the other one is below the keyhole. So I'm going to bring this drawing to northeast isometric and draw a guide. So line from quadrant and along the x-axis, enter 11 units, enter, and enter again. Let me check. I think it's not straight, so I'm just gonna line again from quadrant and along the x-axis, enter 11 and enter. Alright, so I'm just gonna change this with shaded with edges. Now I could see the line. Now draw a circle and snap that in point and enter D for diameter option, enter 8. Now I'm going to extrude this one. So snap that circle, extrude command, and just click the center here. Now I need another cylinder going downward opposite the keyhole. So I'm just going to bring this to front view or maybe back view. Alright, and use array polar. So type in array polar. Select this object to array, right click to enter, and specify center point of array. Just choose shift right click and just choose center. So snap that, right click again, click number of items and enter 4 and enter again. Explode the objects that's been arrayed and then delete this one and this one. So use subtract command inside the solid editing panel. Select so this is a subtract command. Select the object you want to keep, right click and select the objects you want to use to subtract, in this case the cylinders, and enter. The next component we're going to draw is the spider. Now bring your drawing to front view and draw a circle with a diameter of 80. So this one here. So C for circle, click anywhere on the screen, type D for diameter option and enter 80. Another circle, snap the center, and the diameter for the next one is 41. So D for diameter option and enter 41. The next circle would be, so snap the center, type D for diameter option and enter 35. Now I'm gonna draw a line as a guide from quadrant to quadrant. So this is what I'm gonna draw here for this leg. So offset command, so for offset and enter 5, which is half of 10. So it's gonna be between this point to this point. So 5, enter, click this line, click the side of this line and click this line. So what I'm gonna do is extend. So EX for extend command, enter twice and just click this one to touch that circle. And then press the shift key. Just keep on pressing and to trim. So click that object here. Click this one, and this one, and this one. Now join the segments. So J for join command. Just window this segments. Now it's one object. Now I'm gonna redraw the circle and just snap that in point. Now bring your drawing, press the shift key and the wheel of your mouse and just move the object and just I'm gonna turn off the grid and extrude this one. And the thickness is 21.5. Select the object, extrude command. You can move it forward or to that direction for 21.5. Now I'm gonna apply fillet and the radius for that is 3. So go to solid, select fillet edge, right click, select radius option and enter 3. Click this edge and click this edge and enter again. Now I'm gonna bring this drawing to right view, no, front view, and array this object. So type in array polar, select the object you want to array, and specify center point. Click the center here, right click again, select items and enter 8 and enter again. Now explode this one, the arrayed object, and I'm gonna change this to wireframe, and I'm gonna draw a guide from the center here to the center of the circle here. So this is supposed to be this one here. I'm gonna show you the model. So just gonna change this to conceptual. So this one here, this extrusion here, and the thickness for that is, I'm gonna annotate. So thickness, just gonna show you here. So endpoint to endpoint is 1. All right. Okay, draw a line as a guide from center. Just move your cursor upward for, make sure your ortho mode or polar tracking is on. I'm just gonna turn on my ortho mode, and the distance there is 30, I think, and enter. All right, so draw circle from endpoint and enter 2.5, I believe is the radius. Yeah, it's 2.5, and array the circle. So ER for array polar, and then select the object you want to array, enter, and specify center point. You can click that endpoint or center of the circles, right click, number of items, select 4, enter 4 and enter again. I'm just gonna delete this one and extrude these circles. Extrude command and move your cursor forward for 1 unit. Just gonna change this to shaded with edges and bring this drawing to right view, no, front view, and I'm gonna mirror the extruded objects. So I'm gonna select, so change this one to wireframe, and type in MI for mirror command. Just select these objects. What I'm gonna do is just window the objects. Just be careful not to touch the bigger one, just these extruded objects. All right, enter and specify first point of mirror line. So just click the midpoint here, move your cursor upward as long as it's straight. Make sure your ortho mode is on or polar tracking. I think ortho mode is the safest, and just click anywhere and enter no, select no. Now I'm gonna change this now to realistic or shaded with edges. I'm just gonna hide this one. This is the first one, the hub. So select the object, right click, and select hide object. We can always unhide that object later. All right. Now what I'm gonna do is extrude these 2 circles and snap the endpoint here, and use subtract command inside the solid editing panel. Select the object you want to keep, right click, and select the object inside. And now union the objects. Now this is one object. I'm just gonna bring this drawing to right view and rotate this one for, so this one, the distance or the angle from this point here to this point, or from this leg to this leg, is 45 degrees. So I'm just gonna turn this one. I'm just gonna use rotate command, the 2D rotate. Select the object and specify base point, snap the center, and enter, change this first to polar tracking, and enter 22.5. So I think this drawing is done. There you go. So now I'm going to bring back the hidden objects. So just right click anywhere on the screen, hover over isolate, and select an object isolation. Now I'm going to change the layer and change this to red. So this is the layer I did beforehand. And I'm going to attach this one. So move from center. So snap that center. And the center here. And mirror this hub. So I'm just going to bring this to right view. No, front view. And MI. So type MI for mirror command. Select the object you want to mirror. Just click anywhere here and bring your cursor up straight. Just turn on your ortho mode. Click and select no. Now I'm going to attach this one. Move from center to the center of the spider. Shift right click and just change this one to polar tracking. And see that green one. And bring your drawing to right view. And turn this one for select. Specify center point. And rotate for, just give me a sec here. I'm going to change this to X-ray. Okay, so rotate this one. Specify center. And I think it's 45 degrees. Yeah, it looks... yeah. Now, what I'm going to do is check the interference. So, go to solid. Select interference. Select the object. Enter. And what happened here, see that pure red or solid red, it means those parts are interfering or touching. It went inside the hubs. What happened is, as you can see this one, the distance of the protrusion is 1 unit. So what I'm going to do is bring this drawing to right view. No, front view. And move this one. Click anywhere on the screen and move your cursor sideways, to the right for 1 unit. And then this one, move for 1 unit. And I'm just going to change this to shaded with edges. See this one here? This object here is just enough to touch the... So this one here? So it's just touching this one, not interfering. And same on the other side. So I'm gonna check twice. So interference inside the solid editing panel. Select the object, enter, and enter again. Now if you go down to the status bar, it says objects do not interfere. So I think we're done. Oh, not yet. What I'm gonna do is because I did edit this edge here, so I'm just gonna go back and right click, select radius, and just accept or enter 3 for radius and apply to that edge. Now we're good. And then now I'm gonna minimize this one, change this to realistic, and then apply materials. There you go. I'm just gonna apply flake reflective beige. We'll try if it looks okay. Yeah, it looks okay. And just drag it and apply it there. change this to warframe or X-ray. I think it's the best way to look at it is X-ray. There you go. Well, thanks for watching. I think we're done. Please hit the subscribe button and bell icon to get notified for the next tutorial. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.